Right, situation is now we have a string line straight down the side, and it was this side that's actually pushing out. So I've got a bit of wood wedged in the wall there, a bit of decking on, and I've been hammering this down and down and down, and using different thicknesses obviously to try and get it somewhere near straight. Needed pushing over, just couldn't push it over by hand, it needed like wedging over. But also because of the angle of this bit of wood, now I might just take this off and change it and point it a different angle, but it's lifting the whole body, and of course it's pushing the Landrover over on the springs, so it's starting to tilt everything. So what I've done, I've got some G-clamps in, going up to the top there and down, just to bring the holes down, and also for the you know, the rubber feet or rests or whatever, you know, on the cross members there. I mean, they're not all that level because the floor's all over the place still, and of course they're fixed to the floor, so there's a gap on that one, but that should come down once there's weight in the back of everything. Same with the others there, look. I mean, once I release this bit of wood, it might, you know, bring it all down and settle down a bit. However, they are all more in line now, you know, sitting more square on top of the, you know, the mounts. Anyway, the holes need redoing. So I've pulled the body down, but the holes, they're going to want re-drilling now, and then bolting up proper tight. Same with the other side. I mean, the holes are way out on this side. They seem to be more out this side than they are the other. But either way round, I've had to G-clamp them down, you know, to pull the body down. It's because everything's wedged to the wall, but I've pulled it down so that the front cross members sitting nicely and squarely on the mount there. The rubbers actually sit a little bit better on this side further back, but there's still a gap on some of them. It's a bit of a job to see there actually, but I think that's what you want is a bit of weight in the floor, you know, because the floor is all cockeyed. It's where I've had to do a lot of repair on that floor there. But the bit that I'm more happy with now is my string line on the passenger door, because this is the bit where I had the big gap. Now when I pull the rubber out of the way, I'll try that at a different angle. There's barely a gap there now. It's probably only a mil or two, but it's actually touching further along, you know, from the fuel cap here. So it's actually touching on there, and it's touching in places. Oh, I've just let go of the rubber, hang on. I need to keep the rubber out of the way of the string. So it's still touching in other places, because the bodywork is a little bit all over the place, as you know, like that. But I'm happy now that when you look straight down this line here now, the bulkhead, I can't get that in focus, but you can see the bulkhead at the other end, which you always could, you know, from this end. But that's pretty much the best straight line I can get, with the body from the back to the front of the body and the bulkhead. And this side as well, because you couldn't see the bulkhead at all, you know, down here, because it was moved over so much. It still touches here, You know, if I put it away from that end, you need to lift it up 2 or 3 mil that end to get a gap, you know, down here. So the string lines themselves are pretty much straight, if you like. So you'll be able to see it better from this end. You know, there's no curve in the string really. But if I lift this away, so that's just touching the body there. I've just got a little gap now here of about 2 mil, which, I mean, it's a whole lot better. But of course, the measurements underneath for the tabs, upright tabs, are now completely out. You know, remember before they was about 91 and 94 mil. I mean, that's completely gonna miss, that has. But the body's more straight. Like you say, you know what I mean? You need the bulkhead lined up with the body, so the body's more straighter. I've measured the gap in the doors. They're definitely, especially this passenger side, I'm going to have to pack out the bulkhead because the gap's too small this side. Driver's side, I should get away with it. How that fucking works, I don't know, because really your outriggers should be exactly right and everything. Mind you, bearing in mind, the bolts are not tight on the bulkhead, so I need to pull them up straight and see what the situation is once I've got this body bolted back down again. Yeah, first job, bolt the body back on and then actually get the bulkhead upright and measure the gap then. So measure the gap, bottom and top, and get a door out really and put it on. I did measure the door. They're a bit over, about 34¼ inches. And this isn't upright, the bulkhead. It's not actually upright. It's tilting a bit because also all of these bolts, you know what I mean, in here, none of these are tight. So the bulkhead actually itself moves around. And when I try the steering, the whole thing moves, you know, the bulkhead. So yeah. But I'm happy now with the body. I was going to cut that bit of rubber off there so that it bloody sat down better, but I'm happy with that. There's a tiny little gap there, and the same the other side on the bulkhead side, be about the same gap, 1 or 2 mil, but that's never going to close up that gap because it's touching the bodywork further along, literally just, you know, underneath the fuel cap here, it's touching the bodywork, so that's never ever going to close up right on that corner. But I'm happy that it's straight, or as straight as I'm ever going to get it. So drill out time now, re-drill the holes at the front and hope everything stays where it is when I take my bit of wood out.